we are slinking in to the 4 o'clock shadow once again. Oh, that rhymed. I like that. Yeah, so simple. Welcome to Choppy Ass Theater. Well, 4 o'clock shadow anyway, home of Choppy Ass Theater. So irritating. The Atlantean coming autumn 2024 from Randy Zimmerman, writer, Russ Leach, artist. Badass looking photos they got like that. It's like mugshots from Criminal Minds or something. It's like Russ with the bald head and everything. These creators with bald heads. Welcome. Oh, well, maybe not. He popped out. The Atlantean is up on Fund My Comic, but has not launched yet. Starts the 27th in a couple days. Continuing the amazing tales of Robert E. Howard's greatest character, Conan. Well, wait a minute. Is it Cole or Conan? Who are they saying is the greatest? Huh? I can't remember. It's Cole, isn't it? His former thing was Cole. So many other people are doing Conan. I say if you want to do Conan, do Conan. You just have to go about it the right way. Randy said it before. And he's been on here and talked about it before. I can't remember. And I'm not up on my Conan lore. Or Cole. Cole was one that I barely noticed. Occasionally, they might have a cover that would draw me in a story. Seemed like maybe in an annual or something. I definitely bought this snake. I just saw it about a month ago somewhere, probably on X, and said, "Oh yeah, I bought that when that came out." Probably on the spinner rack. I can't remember. Is the Atlantean that Russ and Randy's doing? Is that Cole?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. Well, he really threw me. He really threw me. He said, continuing the amazing tales of Robert E. Howard's greatest characters, not character. Okay. But Cole is looking very Conan-esque there.
Well, yeah, he always kind of did.
Yeah.
Very similar characters.
Yeah. The Atlantean.
And
Yes.
all right, am I wrong, or is Cole is supposed to be Conan's dad, or it's Conan Cole?
You know more about it than I do. I
I know they're
didn't
all
really
related
know that they
somehow.
were related.
Yeah,
But
they're related somehow, and Solomon Kane is in there too. So
right, yeah, centuries apart, I guess.
yeah.
Randy is the editor in chief at Arrow Comics and has almost 40 years experience in the industry. I think back when I was going to conventions up there in Chicago in 85 and 86 that I actually saw Randy on some of the panels and listened to him and others talk about writing and stuff. Of course, I remembered Mike Barron because he was on several of the panels.
Oh, sure.
When it came to writing, Russ is an Russ is an award-winning artist that has worked with well-known IPs such as Batman and Doctor Who. Well, skip all that. He's going to work for Devil Flyer.
There you go.
Or Momentum Comics in some
Forget all those second banana characters. He's coming to work for Devil Fly.
Yeah, who wants a Doctor Who or Batman?
Come on. Batman. One Batman.
You want something fresh, something up and coming, you know.
That's right.
This hasn't launched yet. It launches in a couple days, September 27th. So you might consider, backing it over there on Fund My Comic. It ends Halloween. Ends Halloween, October 31st. So very short campaign again for them. They're not messing around. You either get it now or you don't get it. Kind of like the Omer Glitch in the house. Haven't seen you in a while. It's great to see you, sir. Really is. I'm glad to know you're having a happy hump day. I like the camels that you put in there, Shadowhawk. That's kind of nice.
Oh, thank you.
Happy hump day with 3 camels.
There you go.
Kind of remind me of the camel on the camel pack.
Hail, Omer Glitch.
So yeah, the Atlantean launching in a couple days over on Fund My Comic. That's got to be exciting.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I ain't gonna be able to back when he launches. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm.
Right.
Don't think I'm gonna have the money to be number 1, 2, or 3 on Mrs. Good Stuff's campaign either. But following week, I'll be backing.
Do you have a recipe? He said you could submit a recipe and possibly win a prize.
I probably got something me and Mama could dig up. We actually got a bunch of stuff printed in a couple of the girls' high school cookbooks back when we were submitting stuff to them. But I don't know. I'm not really interested in the recipe contest.
Okay. I forget what was in play with the recipe contest. Do you remember what you win with that?
I think you get your recipe published. Mrs. and Mr. G will actually cook your recipe and, compare it with the other contestants.
Right.
And then pick a winner. And I think you might get one of the special spatulas. There's something else too. I forget what it was.
Yeah, I'm thinking about submitting. I don't know when the cutoff for that contest is because their launch is happening October 2nd, so it's coming up quick. But I've got a recipe in there for a dessert that I'm thinking about submitting. This is Linda. This is a
dunk cake.
Who knew? Linda Ronstadt standing outside her family's hardware store in Tucson, Arizona, 1975. Her family apparently, it's kind of like me, a working man. That's what I am. You know where that's from? What musical group? Rush. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's where I came up with the title today. Not very original, but I do get to work tonight, and that's good. That means another day on this. This
that's
check.
Great.
Yeah, isn't that wild that Linda Ronstadt's had Ronstadt's in Arizona, Tucson, Arizona.
For some reason, I'm thinking of
hardware store.
I'm thinking of the wrong girl. I'm thinking of Olivia Newton-John. I was like, wait a minute, wasn't she Australian? But that's Olivia Newton-John.
Right. Yeah. Totally different beast altogether.
Yeah, I get it. But yeah, Linda Ronstadt, she was cute back in the day, boy.
Yeah. Not that I really kind of noticed, really. I mean,
no, not you. Actually, you're a good church-going lad.
No, my nose was in comics and, just getting through high school and,
Oh hell.
But now some like a little later, like around junior high, like Blondie. I'm sorry, just I don't. Was she a natural blonde? I don't know.
Debbie Harry? No.
Okay, well,
Very
anyway,
few actually are.
I definitely liked her music and stuff. It was very salacious, you know. Call me. I was like, I'm there.
She she when she first came out, yeah, she's one of the few blondes I could say I actually like.
Yeah.
But
Well, we
I
were
don't
the
think
right
she was
age, right?
again, I don't think she was a real blonde.
Yeah.
Ow. Fuck. Sorry.
The 19th, I don't know if this was true or not, but Mike Barron totally dressing his dog up badass. He said it's International Talk Like a Pirate Day. Now, I don't know about that, but this was Mike's dog. Hey, Tree Goblin. Arr. That's kind of cute. Lower the poop deck. Oh. All things come to mind. Let's see. Let's see. I was going to actually send the link. Just make sure Carrie got it. What? To Instagram so I can close that out too. I've been very accommodating sending that out to her. Trying to. Now I can close that out. There we go. Oh, I was supposed to send the link to Elsie as well. Mike Walters in the house. Hello, Mike.
Hey, Mike. Good to see you, buddy.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I was hopeful last night when I heard the forecast that it was going to rain, but rain later. We did get a little sprinkling as I came in, here and there. Didn't think the rain was going to hold off this long. But yeah, I'm scheduled to work again tonight, which is great because Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday go on this pay period, and then tomorrow, it doesn't matter if it rains or not. That's a new pay period. Of course, I'd like to work tomorrow night too, but it looks like it's going to be raining probably the next couple days or more. Why'd I go back to Instagram? I guess it's Reflexia. Okay. Got to go to Facebook for Elsie. It just has to be different, kind of like Texas Dave. And let's see, all this should be taken care of. But I last night I came home and put in The Fugitive, a Quinn Martin production, and kind of fix something to eat and watch some Fugitive from the first season, the very start of it. Compelling stories, very nicely written. And then eventually went to bed. Did a little inking on a head sketch, a little bit more deepening of the blacks. You got to get those blacks real deep, real dark, not choppy. So I go over them again and again. All right. What are we doing? We're going to Facebook. I thought we already went to Facebook. Yes, we did. Okay. Yeah, I told Amber, my daughter, about almost hit a herd of deer, and I said, but God had my back. And she said, thank goodness. Thank goodness for Chef Boyardee. And why is that going to StreamYard? Don't want that to go to StreamYard. I must have clicked on the wrong thing. Make sure I have the proper link. Did your day go pretty much as planned, Shadowhawk?
It wasn't horrible. We'll see what happens tomorrow. big inspection coming.
Oh yeah, that's always a hassle. Huh?
Yeah, yearly safety inspections. So I've been gearing up for doing all that shit for the last week, and then yeah, one management guy called me into his office today. He's like, "Oh, stop by. I have a donut for you." I'm like, "Oh, great."
A donut.
Yeah, which I rarely ever get a donut from management, so I'll take a free donut. But
Yeah.
of course, I stopped by, and he's like, "Oh, while I have you here,
Uh-huh.
on October
Here,
15th, we have another big inspection coming out." Oh,
here's my
fucking great.
ulterior motive.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I wanted to share this the other day. September 19th, a few days ago, was Randolph Mantooth's. What a name, right?
That was what Johnny from Emergency, right?
From Emergency. Yeah. Look at this updated
Yeah.
picture. 79 years old.
Well, he still looks all right.
Yeah. Yeah. Watched
I
a
don't
lot
know
of
if I
him.
would recognize him right off the bat, though. But
Oh, I think I would. But I would wonder if that's him because, yeah, that was what, 50 years ago when he was on
yeah,
Emergency? Yeah.
a long time ago.
Yeah. Long time. Yeah. But what a name, man. Randolph Mantooth. It sounds like he should run his own nation of Latveria or something.
Yes, it
I'm
could be
Randolph
Rando
Mantooth.
Bear
Fear
Teeth.
me. Yes. Ethereal Dragon in the house saying hi. Hello.
Hey, hello, Ethereal Dragon.
It's always good to see Ethereal. So yeah, I got in some Fugitive, one disc worth of the Fugitive. I didn't know on that player. I don't have the controller to the player hooked up to it where I can control it. But yeah, it plays all of them in a row. Now the thing of it is, you have to watch all of them, or you lose your place. And I may even cut it short last night and didn't even finish the whole disc. But I, because the Fugitive, they ran about an hour. You know, those episodes are long. So,
Yeah.
you know, after about 2 or 3 of those, your eyes are, you know, although it didn't do that last night. And then I just kind of kicked back and went to bed and knocked myself out all day long. But yeah, I'm very excited about getting to work tonight and don't know where I'll go. Hopefully I'll go just keep going downwind. I can do that halfway in my sleep. You know, I've done it so many times. It's familiar territory. It's, you know, comfortable to me. Johnny Quest is back in the comics. I don't know if you've seen any of them, but actually, they actually have looked pretty good. Here's one from Dynamite.
Yeah,
Got to throw
cool.
a pterodactyl in there and look at Bandit beating.
Yeah, he better be running.
I really don't want to look at Johnny Quest unless I can hear the theme music in my head, you know. And
Yeah, I
this
know.
one I can hear the theme music in my head, you know. Run, Johnny, run. Race doesn't
Oh,
stand a
holy
chance.
shit, dude.
Yes.
You won't believe this. I'm watching this, apparently an older movie. I didn't realize it was early 2000s or whatever. It's called Monster Island. And
Uh-huh.
I just happened to look out and I see this guy in this lab coat come out with a shotgun, blow away a monster, and then start talking to these kids because I got it muted. I can't hear anything. But I looked at his face and it's Adam West, dude. It's got to be one of his last roles.
Oh, wow. I probably came across Adam West, Monster Island. Didn't you call it the
Mm.
trailers and the actual thing on YouTube earlier today before I went
Oh,
to
really?
bed? Yeah, I was. Yeah, I was looking for the 1929 movie Mysterious Island.
Ah, I remember that one.
1929. You're thinking of the early 60s Ray Harryhausen, Mysterious Island. aren't you?
Well, I may have seen them both, right? So would you know?
Okay, well, okay. The 1929 apparently
I'm
is.
assuming it was black and white.
Well, I think they've got fragments and they probably put them together. I don't know if they had two versions. One, I think the from the Warner archives, and a lot of films like that are lost.
Oh, well, maybe I never did see it then.
Well, now I think they have a completed version. I think they have a completed colorized version that you can find. You have to look for it on YouTube.
Hmm.
And I will drop the
Well,
link and save everybody the hassle if they
I
want to
do
see it.
not believe this is this. I mean, it could be a remake of the same movie, but I don't think so.
Well, Lionel Barrymore that played the evil Mr. Potter
Uh-huh.
was in it.
Cool.
Mysterious Island, 1929. They do have one version colorized. I don't know how, and it seems to be longer than the others. An hour and 33 minutes and 33 and a half minutes. But it starts. Oh, okay. That's starting. Okay. All right. So, all right. Let me get you the link to that, everybody. If you want to see this classic I didn't know about, here is a still from the movie with Lyle Barrymore and the leading man. That's part of his. Don't know the premise of that. I mean, it's actually set underwater, but all right. There we go. This is the colorized version. You can see the evil Mr. Potter from It's a Wonderful Life there. Lyle Barrymore. Of course, his brother was John Barrymore. That was like probably great grandfather or great uncle or something to Drew Barrymore.
Now, is he the one in the middle or the one in the
He's in the one in the lab coat on the left there.
lab coat? Okay.
I think
It
he's
almost looks more like a robe within the lab coat.
Yeah, well, they have a submarine or something, an underwater submarine. I don't know the exact premise of this, but they have like underwater creatures.
We all live on a yellow submarine.
Sort of like this underwater cave like set. I mean, for 1929, this was pretty wild looking at miniatures and stuff. Pretty grandiose sci-fi for the time.
Oh yeah.
Here are their diving suits. They're very heavy duty diving suits. Let me see if I can find a steel there that's probably play just a little bit of it. There they go. They're kind of outfitting the suits there to go underwater and
Okay, so
actually go out. There's sort of the face mask
so
helmet.
they're kind of in half. You got to put your legs in and then put the other half on.
Yeah. They put their arms up and then the lower half. See, those are the creatures behind underwater.
Uh-huh.
These sort of aquatic little munchkins. I mean, they're not very big.
Yeah, I don't seem very scary.
Yeah, they sort of duckbill look to them.
Yeah.
Here they are in the
kind of bug-eyed.
Here they are in the ship. So it's worth a viewing. I haven't watched this yet, but I would highly recommend this if you like obscure. And I think part of it now, I can't recommend that this version will be. They said it was part. Not on this, but another thing they said it was part silent and part talkie. So maybe they did two versions of it, but they only have fragments of both, and they've kind of cobbled it together. But
or maybe if they were underwater, you had to have subtitles. They could speak to each other, but you couldn't.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't watched it yet.
Just an idea.
Yeah, but I kind of saved it for later. It's called Mysterious Island. When you look up Mysterious Island, Patrick Stewart did a version of it. The guy from Twin Peaks did a version of it. The guy that was in Dune, the main guy in Dune.
Wow. Wait,
Uh,
which one? The dark-haired guy,
the
or
guy that was on Twin Peaks, but you never quite watched that. Yeah, with dark hair. Yeah.
yeah. That's
I never can't think of his name.
Kyle MacLachlan, I think his name is.
Yeah. I believe you're right there. Yeah, but yeah, they actually
I
have that
watched a
on
little bit of
DVD.
Twin Peaks. I never watched the whole thing.
I looked it up on eBay. They actually have the Mysterious Island on eBay.
Oh,
And there are clips to Mysterious Island, and the best way probably to find it is either if you want to do a search and look at some of the clips, is Mysterious Island Warner Archive 1929 and see what comes up. But there's a link to some colorized full version. I don't know on the eBay if it's black and white, or I didn't really look, if it's black and white or colorized. I would prefer black and white just because that's the way it, was first. His high racist daughter in it. I don't know. I didn't know Race had a daughter. Ethereal Dragon.
yeah, I didn't know that either.
You can watch Johnny Quest on MeTV Tunes. Mike Walter says, I have the complete Johnny Quest on DVD and on Blu-ray. And when it comes to recommendations, this is one time I have to recommend the official release from Hanna-Barbera, the Blu-ray over the DVD, because the DVD is censored and the Blu-ray is uncensored.
Well,
They're censoring even our cartoons now. Isn't that lovely? Johnny Quest just recently celebrated its 60th anniversary. You are correct, sir. 60 years.
Johnny's older than me.
Johnny what?
I said Johnny is older than me.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, just barely.
I've shown this, and have it right here by me, actually, I believe still. Big Treasury Edition, Spinner Spotlight on September 24th, yesterday, 1981. You could get this wonderful item off the rack. Not off the, and Spinner Rack shouldn't even cover Treasury Editions. I mean, because they wouldn't fit in the rack.
No, they had to put them in the magazine stand.
Yeah. But yeah, I bought this. Heck yeah, back in the day, 1981.
Oh, I missed that one.
For a whopping, it came out in 1981. One of the latter Treasury editions, because most of them came out in the 70s. $2.50. Woo! That was a lot. That was a lot to pay, but it was a
lot back then. But I mean, you think about that now. That's a lot of comic book for $2.50.
It is. We didn't realize how good we had it, but then when you're working on a budget, it is a lot of money.
Yeah. I mean, for its time,
some of these that I actually bought off the Spinner Rack in 1981 as well. I guess I was reading Legion of Superheroes. I bought this Legion of Superheroes off the rack back in 81. I was reading some Legion at that time with the Time Trapper. Don't quite remember that one, and I don't think I have that in my collection.
You remember who was writing it at the
time? Maybe Gary Bates. Maybe. I'm not sure, to tell you the truth. But that was a Jim Aparo cover.
Yeah, cool.
You wouldn't think about Jim Aparo doing,
Trying to think of who the writer was. Because for a while there, I loved JLA because Green Lantern was just scared to death of Batman. Like every time he saw him.
Gary Bates wrote a lot of JLA.
Yeah, but I don't think it was him writing those stories I'm talking about.
Okay. Yeah, well, when George Perez started doing it around 180 something, or maybe even earlier, up to past 200, I was definitely collecting all those and reading that. Yeah, Jim Aparo, when I think of Jim Aparo, I think of like Braving the Bold, like this one.
Yep.
Here's the cover he did with
Oh, did you
Hawking
see
Duck.
that Batman Dead Man they showed earlier today on Twitter? I'm pretty sure that was a Jim Aparo cover.
I haven't really been on Twitter today.
Oh, okay. Yeah, somebody posted an old Brave and Bold Batman and Dead Man cover. And I was like, oh, that looks like Jim Aparo to me.
This is a Jim Aparo with Catman, a public domain character, going up
Because he's
against
a cat
Batman.
man.
I missed this one back in the day, but I do like this cover
Yeah,
where
not a
it's
bad
got
cover.
bondage cover, Batman staked out to die. Die, Batman, die.
As the
Uh,
tide comes in, you shall slowly drown, Batman.
I definitely did buy the All Star Squadron up till into the 20s. After a while, I lose interest, especially if they change artists. But yeah, at this time, I was all about reading All Star Squadron. And
Yeah, I think I got like the first 12 or so of those.
yeah, I usually stick around 12 issues or, back in the day, or if I really liked it, maybe, and they didn't make any changes like when they kept, I might have even did that with Teen Titans if they
Mm-hmm.
if they had kind of switched artists, and they often do, and the inkers. The way I found that Mysterious Island was I was perusing X, and it had a cover, one of the famous monster covers with Mysterious Island, and I said, "All right, now I know the name of it."
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't know what to look under. I just remembered those duck-billed like little sea creatures and knew that I'd never watched it before, and I had forgotten that it was back, 1929, that it was really old. No wonder I'd never
Yeah.
seen it. Batman and the Outsiders, had a cross up with Teen Titans. This was George
Oh, yeah.
Perez. I think he did. This is one out of two covers that linked together at the time.
Yeah, and I think the second one was what Batman and Teen Titans, right?
Yeah. hmm Yeah, this is the Outsiders, Batman the Outsiders cover. And get the Giffen Legion poster. I got the poster.
Did
Um
you?
I got several of those posters. Yeah, that Legion cover's got all the characters. It's yeah, I miss that actually. I miss those posters. Uh those were fun, people were doing posters then. Early merch,
Oh,
you
yeah,
could
there
buy
used to be a
your comic.
lot of cool posters. Man.
Now, all my graphic novels, like I think I have this, the from Swords of the Swashbucklers. Well,
Mhm.
now this looks like the actual comic from Epic and Marvel, but now they did a graphic novel as well. I think they even introduced Swords of the Swashbucklers in graphic novel form, and then they went on to do the comic, because it's probably so good. I think Jackson Geist did this particular project. Geist was doing who, who was the Lone Ranger, the inspiration for Lone Ranger, the black sheriff?
Oh, Bass Reeves.
Yeah, Bass Reeves. He was doing last time I saw Jackson Geist, he was doing Bass Reeves for Allegiance, kind of like
Oh, that's cool.
Kelsey Shannon was doing his book Nora Saga for
Yeah,
Allegiance, and Nora Saga was the only one that I picked up.
I picked up all the number ones, and then I couldn't find any more of them. So
I know they were very very spotty with that,
yeah,
and they were. located, if the Walmart carried the comics, sometimes they would be in the book section, sometime in the pharmacy section, sometimes just wherever they wanted to place it. You know, it was kind of, the placement was all over the place, apparently.
Yeah, at my Walmart they had like one of those little hanging racks that they could put like on the end brackets, the shelves and stuff.
Oh, like an end cap?
Yeah, like an end cap, and they
Yeah,
never kept it in the same damn place. You had to wander the fucking store looking for the thing every time.
yeah.
It was
Yeah,
no
I
fun.
mean, they're just not very geared to doing comics, you know, at least with the DC 100 pagers that they had in selected stores in the South. Not every Walmart had them, but at least they had them in like the collector section at checkout up front. You know, I guess they put those collectible things because like people are apt to rip off the card packs and different things. And at least they had a box that was designed to hold the 100 pagers. I probably asked you this before, but do you know the very first X-Men comic you ever bought? What issue number it was?
I believe it was number 132, right in the middle of the Hell Club
Really?
side.
I'm surprised that you weren't collecting before then.
Uh, Again, I didn't see a whole lot of X Men until after I had bought a friend of mine's collecting. His older brother
Uh-huh.
was collecting X Men. So I've
So you
got
got
a
some back issues.
oh yeah, I got a bunch of back issues that I got to read up on, but
Yeah.
I had just never really seen them. And then I saw the cover for 132, and I was like, oh, that looks interesting. And then that introduced me to Logan and the whole Nightcrawler, all that good stuff. I was hooked.
I didn't either. I actually started collecting it before you. Um, I started with I think it was um either 127 or 128. It might have been this one, 128. Uh
Well, 128's the big one, right? That's the premiere of the new X Men.
well, well, with Prometheus here. Well, no, not Prometheus. What's his name? Mora McTaggart's son. That was kind of a parasite mutant that could warp reality. He went from body to body, you know, and then when he left a body, he would burn the body out, you know. That was kind of freaky. This might have been the second issue of X-Men I got. I mean, but
Well,
I was like you.
which one was the big premiere? The presenting all new X Men. I thought that was number 128.
Where they dropped the uncanny from, no. I mean, you got
It's
me lost there. I mean,
it's the one that's worth all the money. It's got the right before John Byrne took over. It's the introducing the all new, all different Uncanny X
oh,
Men.
that's the giant size annual with the Gil Kane cover where they're bursting through.
Oh, was that a John?
Yeah, that was like a king size annual. And then they started with issue 90 something in the X-Men.
Oh,
They
okay.
picked it up from after the reprints, right? Because they were reprinting X-Men up to that point, right?
Right,
They
right.
might
I
have even
think
went
so.
on hiatus. I'm not sure. Because I was like you, actually bought that at like a Kroger. Finally saw X-Men, and the first one I ever saw was Colossus in the Danger Room in the Vice from
Yeah, well, he's getting hurt.
122.
Yeah, well, they're trying to
Yeah,
squish him.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. When 122, and I didn't pick it up. I looked at it, and John Byrne was doing the artwork. Terry Austin inks, great stuff. It was just a little weird, and then but I kept going back and looking, And then, I got 127 or 128 where it's just really wild because everything's warped out of reality, but it's so different. I had to pick it up. I read it, liked it, and started collecting at that point.
Very
I
cool.
think I might have took this issue to social studies to read, and a friend of mine crumpled it up on purpose.
Oh, I'd have killed him.
I know, right? Carrie in the house. Do you get
Yes,
Avon in
yes.
America? Yes, we do.
Again.
We get Avon. I bought some Avon. Justin Belmont in the
Yep.
house. Hey, Justin.
Hey, Justin. Good to see you, buddy.
Two more days to go. I guess you're ready for the inspection at work, huh? Bum, bum, bum,
For
bum.
tomorrow, yeah.
Yeah. Well, how often do they spring those things on you?
Well, we got tomorrow is the annual, so it's once a year safety inspection, and then every year in October we have the corporate assholes come over from California to come through and do their little thing. So that'll be the big one in about a little less than 3 weeks.
Oh, got another one coming up. Okay.
Yeah.
Here is the Teen Titans you were talking about, the new Teen Titans, I should say. Other part of that cover.
Yep.
Linking cover. That was, you didn't see very many linking covers at that time. And I don't know that really made an impact on me at the time, because at this point I was just kind of like picking it up. I guess.
Yeah.
This is a late issue. This is like 37. I'm not even sure I might have got it when it came out. Probably did because it was George Perez cover interlinking, but probably didn't pay that much attention. Why did the Avon later walk funny? Because of her lipstick. Ooh. I've learned so much about America from Facebook. You guys have a selection of seasonings called, really? Wow. Carrie's in rare form today. I don't know why she goes there, but she does. So, this one I actually picked up. I'm not a big Batman fan, but you know what? They say covers sell things, and this is a Walt Simonson Batman cover.
I have never heard of poop seasonings or poop knives, Carrie.
I haven't either. She's laying it on thick. Justin says, if you haven't yet, check out Pencils Down on Indiegogo. Did you sign up for that? I did.
I thought I did, but I'll be right back.
Oh, okay.
It won't let me anyway. I'd have to pop out and go to the chat before I can click on it.
Well, go.
I'll be right back. I'm on double check.
Yeah, double check. Make sure you're signed up. Pencils Down, absolutely. I noticed that Justin said that he was halfway there on the sign up for Pencils Down. Devil Flyer will be making a cameo shot in Pencil Down. Thank you very much, Justin. And am I going to be in there? I'm thinking the creator and his creation is going to be in there, but maybe not. Will Rex be clean shaven or with beard and mustache? Boom, 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 boom. You'll have to sign up and back it to find out. As if you don't go there at times too, Rex. Okay. Well, not that thick. Laying it down on thick. Ew. That's one Fanta was sharing on Doc's coffee shop. Oh, wow. Yeah. So rare Pencils Down. You would definitely want to sign up for that because Devil Flyer will be in there along with other creations from CG. You suit facial hair, Rex. It makes you a silver fox. Yeah. One comic that I actually bought maybe last year, to make sure I had it in my collection, because I think it'll be eventually be a collector's, be worth something. I don't know. I just like the UFOs. Basically, it's a villainous like Fantastic Four. Ironclad there in the silver was depicted like this, only in this issue, and then he became real smooth looking. But first appearance of the UFOs going up against the Hulk in issue 254, and it wouldn't be long after that they would make a reappearance. There's some of my favorites. I gave Dillard a good joke for you, Rex. Laugh out loud. I hope he does it. Okay. Oh my God. I take it it's like a parody type thing. We'll have to tune in and find out. $19.80. Were you signed up for pencils
Yeah,
down?
I was there. I couldn't remember for sure.
Okay. Justin said he gave Dillard a good joke for you, Rex. Laugh out loud. I hope he does it. Maybe a Pez dispenser or something. Who knows? I'm going to have to look in. When I was talking Pez with Elsie, I wanted to ask him, because he's actually ordering some stuff from, or has ordered some stuff, like those astronauts and the Mars.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Ordered it through, because you can go through Pez, and they have special Pez that's only available through like their Pez site or whatever. And I've actually ordered some stuff through there before that never hits that you can't find out in the stores or anywhere else, And yeah, apparently those astronauts are like that. But now the box that he got didn't have any of the Mars rovers in there, so he had to go to somebody I used to go to on eBay, and I highly recommend them if you want Pez. Dream Life 90 on eBay. Dream Life 90 if you want all things Pez. I think they sell loose Pez. I'm not even sure if they're actually a Pez dealer, because I think you have to be like a certified Pez seller, or dealer, and probably sell so much of it. They sell tons of it. I actually bought 2 Pez from them that the mechanisms were manufactured backwards, and I've shown them before. It's a Fozzie Bear and Miss Piggy, and the feet are backwards and the head is backwards. But to get the head backwards and for the mechanism still to work, they had to put the inner workings, the spring and everything, the inner sleeve in backwards. And that's very rare. And I bought those, gosh, a couple of decades ago, maybe about 20, 25 years ago.
Wow.
I like buying odd error stuff, I have a lot of error comics. Cut wrong, which affects the value. Printed wrong. I have one that I really need to fish out and maybe get graded, because it's a color error on the cover, and it's a pretty neat Thor issue, but it's colored wrong. They probably just ran out of ink, but it's a color variant error. I don't know. I've got one that's actually correlated wrong, where the pages are in wrong order inside, and it's kind of like an anniversary issue, so it's not just your common issue that's printed wrong. But I'm not sure that a grading thing would actually even grade something like that. They did a Legion of Superheroes issue like that as well, and I found out about it and checked on eBay and bought the only copy that they had of it. I like buying our error stuff. Did you buy much What If stuff back in the day? Was What If?
Yeah. I like those. Whenever I could find them, I'd buy them. Like, what if Conan was in modern day? What if Wolverine became a vampire? God, I read them all, many as I could get.
Wolverine would make a pretty badass vampire, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, he's tough already. Never saw this one on the stands. Amazing in 1976. Of course, I just got started, but an early Punisher, I don't think a lot of people focus on this book a lot. It's actually one of those that is a Statue of Liberty cover. So they
Ooh,
were playing around on the
that's
Statue
a
of Liberty.
shocker.
No, it looks like the Shocker, probably, but from your phone. The Hitman. What an original name.
Oh, okay.
I'm not even familiar with Marvel's Hitman. I think
Okay,
DC
I
has
see
a
now.
Hitman.
He doesn't have like the fishnet, the crisscross pattern.
No, no, those are gun belts. Ross
Yeah, but
Andrew
it
cover.
looks very much like the shocker costume.
He does that. Well, the coloration of it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ross Andrew. Ross Andrew was drawing Amazing Spider-Man when I was reading it. Stories were pretty good. I mean, I started with Clone Saga.
Yeah.
They must have been memorable. Only Hitman character I know is Agent 47, Carrie says. Unfamiliar with that. I
That
always
was
think when I see Pez, yeah.
that was a video game, I think, that they made into a movie. It actually a pretty good movie. Timothy Oliphant plays the main character. He was, I don't know if you ever saw what was the name of that show?
There was a TV show called Hitman, wasn't it, based on the DC character?
Uh,
Or am I thinking of the Human Target? Because I know the
no,
Human
I think
Target.
you're thinking of Human Target.
Okay.
No, Hitman, the one I think Carrie's referring to, came from a comic book, and then they made a couple of movies of it.
Oh, okay.
But it
I'm
was a
unfamiliar.
later, like an indie comic book. It wasn't, or sorry, a video game. I think it started.
Agent 47. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into Pez to actually see what it would take to do a small batch of. It's probably going to cost,
That'd be
even if
cool
they're
though.
$1 a piece, they might have a
Have a
minimum
Devil
order
Flyer
of like
Pez.
two. Huh?
So it'd be pretty cool to have a Devil Flyer Pez.
Oh, definitely. I mean, if you could get, even if they said, okay, we do a minimum order of 2,000, and they cost you $2 a piece, that's going to be a lot of money,
That's $4,000.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
no,
you know
it's
what? It'd be worth it.
$10,000.
I mean, you would have I guarantee you I could sell them on eBay. I
Oh, yeah.
guarantee you what I didn't sell on the campaign, I would, or give, or, as a stretch goal, whatever. I mean, I could definitely sell them. Pez collectors are ravenous. If it's a Pez and it's different, and especially a cool ass, Devil Flyer helmet,
Yeah.
like depicted here by John Dillard, they would go for that. Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I'll tell you what, a Cortex head. They would go for that.
Well, see, if people like that, I would continue it and do different characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
They might want a model sheet like turnaround. I don't know. They might design it, from my reference. I don't know, but
Yeah.
it's worth checking into.
Did you remember Sandelzy the link?
I did.
Oh, okay.
He begs me for the link, and then one character we can always, you and I agree on, is the Constrictor was a pretty good villain.
Yeah, I like
Simple,
the
but
Constrictor.
yeah.
But cool costume, nice concept.
Yeah, part of the Serpent Squad, right?
Yep.
He had these, were they adamantium cables? Were they made out of adamantium?
I don't remember if they were like
electrified.
Yeah,
I know that.
You could wrap them around you and then I'll zap you with them.
I think they were adamantium.
Maybe. I don't remember.
Metal in the Marvel universe.
Yeah.
this Wonder Woman cover, and the only reason I mention it, 1980.
George Perez.
Thinking maybe no Ross Andrew cover again. I'm not sure. But now I actually had production acetates to this, and it. But now this turned out to be kind of a key issue because I think that introduces the new Cheetah, or I could be mistaken about that. And it also had a Power Girl and Huntress backup story. I was thinking that was the one that was in 2 layers. Sometimes they would, if they didn't print it in black and white, and then sometimes they would do negative. Here's a Superman negative cover where he's in negative. White lines where the black lines just replace,
that's cool.
it. Yeah. I like that sort of negative zone type effect.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually thinking about doing something like that with Grave Tales. She was supposed to run me off a test of that, but never did. So I'm going to have to get back with her on that. You mentioned George Perez, 1980. This definitely is a classic, and first appearance of, and his costume definitely changed after this. What's his name? Forgetting the villain's name.
Let me blow it up.
Teen Titans #2. He wouldn't reappear till I think issue 10 of New Teen Titans.
That's not Deathstroke, is it?
Yeah, first appearance of Deathstroke.
Oh, in the background there,
yeah. Oh, yeah, he is in the background. Yeah, and this guy was another guy. Yeah, George Perez cover.
Who's the guy?
George Perez kind of, with the sword back there on the back of his back, looks very Taskmaster, doesn't it?
A little bit.
Taskmaster had one of those sort of Galahad, what'd you call it? Round Table, King Arthur.
Yeah.
God, I don't know. I don't know that I had this one. That's a killer cover. Hell yeah, I like that.
Can't go wrong with a gorilla.
I always like when the JSA and the Justice League, the JLA, sort of teamed up. And nice dark side cover. He looks very Terex the Tamer there. They had similar blockheads.
Oh, wait, is that Darkseid? I thought that was a gorilla cover.
Oh, really? Hence you saying it was a gorilla. Yeah.
A little small on my phone.
That's not a gorilla. That's my 89-year-old mother.
That's right. How dare you?
How dare you? Yeah, video games were all the rage back then, even at that early point. And here's a Carmen Infantino Flash cover that sort of pixelated him and put him in a game, kind of.
Oh, that's different.
Yeah, kind of different for Flash. I'm sorry. Took me a few seconds to realize who it was. Let's see. Who are we talking about? What's the woman in black called when Image is all tiny? She looks like Darth Vader. Oh, that's probably Raven.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Yeah. In the dark cow. Yeah. From the Teen Titans. Is that what you're thinking of? Yeah, that's Raven. Beautiful Raven. But now she definitely has a father you wouldn't want to go ask. Kid Flash had a thing for her. There was a love interest always.
Yes. I don't blame him. I just wouldn't want to deal with her daddy.
One I know you love right there, Barry Windsor Smith cover. Man, that's a bloody cover there. Bloody. Lots of blood.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, Barry Windsor Smith did a few covers. But did he ever
Oh
do
yeah.
interior pages from X-Men? I can't remember.
Ooh.
Maybe a fill-in?
As far as I know, just the Weapon X series.
Right. Yeah, and I mean that set the precedent right there. That's a
Oh,
benchmark and still fairly affordable to get. Very surprising that Marvel series is not more up in value. Originals in stellar shape.
yeah.
I wanted to ask you if you had, and I'm pretty sure you probably do because your tastes kind of ran the same. Do you have the Vision and Scarlet Witch series in your collection? The mini series that ran for like 8 issues, I think.
The first one, yeah, I got that one.
Yeah, that's Rick Leonardi
Yep.
cover. I always That's one of his better covers. I actually like Rick Leonardi
I
sometimes.
like Leonardo. Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
get to see a lot of them, but what he did was good.
1982 in September, you could pick this up, and I did, and actually took it to one of the first conventions I went to, and got it signed by Bob McLeod. The New Mutants. This
Nice.
is the first appearance of New Mutants, and I still have it, Shadowhawk,
Yeah.
because all
Awesome.
my graphic novels like this was in my trailer and did not burn up.
Yeah. I remember that one. I still got that one.
Yeah, I actually bought another one. I mean, black sensitive cover. I think the back is black. You got black
Yeah.
edging around that. Very hard to get in high condition, you know. And it is their first appearance. That's kind of different putting the first appearance in a graphic novel before going to comics.
Yeah, it's
Standard comic show. That was kind of different at the time.
yeah, it's much less common nowadays, I think.
Oh, Rick Leonardi, one thing that he did that was really cool was Cloak and Dagger. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he did a
That
good Cloak and Dagger little mini series.
I think
Uh,
that's where he really became he was really caught my eye on that series.
well, I know he had a long run, and I know you didn't read it, but and I didn't really read it, but I got several of the issues. Was Spider-Man 2099?
Yep. I got a few
But
of them.
but but some of those were not. It seemed like he was rushed or something on that. It just the quality kind of went down on his artwork during that. Maybe it was the inker
yeah.
because he could do good stuff. Here's your lizard representation for today.
Mm.
Godzilla issue 5. Isle of the Living Demons. Oh, you never did tell
Ooh.
me if you liked that Monster Island movie or whatever
What?
that you
What?
watched.
Oh no, I
Or
do. I'm watching it right now. Actually, it's on right now.
oh, okay.
It's just muted in the background. I've never seen it before. I just happened to notice it had Adam West in it. So we get done streaming, I'll go back and watch it again with the sound.
Yeah, that's cool. And it's called what?
It's just called Monster Island. I'd
Monster
have to.
Island. Okay. Well, I actually was searching Mysterious Island, and it was giving me Monster Island and a bunch of others. Because that's Jules Verne, right? Um,
Yeah.
Mysterious
Uh,
Island. From
now,
so
now
they
this
it's had a
one
lot
is
of remakes. It even had a movie serial. Um,
this one. When did you say?
there you go.
Uh,
There's your coal cover.
uh, God
When did
damn
I
it!
say what?
When did Batman die? Real Batman. Um, Adam West. Just 99, something like that. 98.
Mm, no, it hadn't been that long.
Oh, okay. Maybe it was 2000.
Oh man, I should know. We just celebrated his birthday.
If I could flip back and forth to my TV controller, I could probably check the date. But if I do that, I'll probably kick myself. So
Here we go. From
it's got to be
1950,
2000 something.
1951, Mysterious Island. This was part of, something I got from Bill Black. There we go. Mysterious Island from 1951. It's a 15 movie serial, like Saturday morning serial
Oh,
that they did without milk. But
possibly spelled a little differently, but yes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you know what? I think that Cole cover was actually looking at the face. I think that Cole cover number 7, Cole the Conqueror, is actually looking at the artwork. I think that is Michael Golden cover.
Oh,
Definitely Michael Golden. Yep.
very nice.
That must be fun to do something like that, kind of out of your vein of what you usually do, and get the cover shot.
Yeah, my guy. I mean, I don't know if he just does a lot of covers nowadays or what, but you find him on all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, I think this here is, we all know the Todd McFarlane Spawn, but Macronauts had its own character called Spawn.
Ooh.
And that's a Michael Golden cover right there.
Oh yeah, I forgot all about that guy.
The Micronauts, the New Voyages, and that was their second series.
Yep.
Called the New Voyages. Yeah. And then Spawn, yeah. This was his first appearance, I believe, in the team.
Cool.
And that's a Michael Golden cover. I always liked that character. It actually, I probably read more of the New Voyages than I did the original. I just, I sporadically picked up issues, if they looked interesting to me.
Yeah, I don't have a whole lot of the New Voyages, but I got most of the original.
This cover here, you will actually find in the Devil Flyer prequel. And on the 2-page spread, Marvel 2-in-1, this was kind of an inspiration for one of the poses that he put on there. I'll show you what I'm saying after I show you the cover here. Just the negative image man there in magenta. That is a George Perez cover. I think this particular issue is probably George Perez with John Buscema. John Byrne artwork inside of it. The best of both worlds, George Perez and John Byrne.
What's that guy's name behind the thing? Is it
that's
Jericho? No.
Marvel Boy, a Quasar, and the Aquarian, and Giant Man, the black version, and Titania, wasn't her name from Fantastic Four?
Titania, yeah.
Titania, yeah. Now, who the mysterious magenta negative person is behind him, I don't know. But I kind of used that for reference for John. I think it's up on the campaign. I think that particular, it's very small. It'll be very small on your phone, but I'll show it.
That's the one you used for oh shit, what's his name? Not E-Man.
I like black and red background makes Wolverine pop. Yeah.
What's your guy called? Innerman. And he
Innerman. Yeah. I mean, that's I mean, that was kind of the thing about Innerman. That was kind of like just like an outline of it. Not a lot of detail. Yeah. And then, John put an emblem, and I think, having an emblem on the chest, or is that's good branding. Let's put it that way. Here was one I know you probably bought multiple copies of. I did too. I think so did John Falandes, my friend who drew Devil Flyer. This was to support Ethiopian, famine relief in Africa. Heroes for Hope. Art Adams cover. X-Men, you knew, was one of the hottest things going, and everybody, I think, invested in that. They probably bought tons of that stuff when it came out, and they're just not worth that much, unfortunately. But part of the proceeds went to famine relief in Africa because Ethiopia was in the news. People starving in Ethiopia at the time, as they probably still are, unfortunately. Here is I don't know if this is her first appearance or not. Maybe Shadowhawk can tell me. Captain Marvel, the Black Captain Marvels. That might be her first appearance. I can't remember. Let's see. Presenting the exciting origin of the all new, all different, all terrific Captain Marvel.
So it could be her first appearance, or it may just be an origin story. It's hard to tell.
Yeah. I can't remember what was her. I think this might have been her first appearance.
It may have been. I don't know if I ever saw her first appearance or not. So
the reason why I'm interested in her, I actually have a John Buscema preliminary Avengers page, and I haven't identified it, but she's on the page, and she wasn't in that many issues. Now, somewhere I have all the issues up to a certain point of Avengers, and that would include that time she was in the Avengers. So it's on disc. Remember, there for a while they were releasing all the X-Men issues on disc, all the Fantastic Four, all the Avengers, all of Spider-Man, and that was one that I got. But,
no, I didn't know it.
But now I don't know where the CD-ROM is to be able to check out. But one of these days I'm going to identify that and be able to sell that if I wish to. I'll have to look into that. That was in 1982, if that was available or not for sale. This was a cool cover when it came out of Doctor Strange. I think I bought this when it came out in 1983. Again, kind of reversing the lines, almost like a where they're fighting, where he's fighting Dracula on the astral plane. I take it, where they did a reversal of the lines and made them white. Did them in white. I always kind of like that reversal.
Yeah, that's always cool.
Kind of a stained glass effect. Well, my friend, I guess we're going to call it. I hear you blooping on the
yeah, thawing out some dinner in the microwave.
One more recommendation, though. I can't pass this one up. There you go, Barry Windsor Smith.
Barry Windsor Smith.
This is when I really started noticing the difference in Barry Windsor Smith's, where he got on my radar.
Yeah.
When they did this 4-issue Machine Man cover.
Yeah, yeah, I didn't even know who he was up until then. Yeah,
I didn't either. I didn't either. But now, did you see some of his early Conan work?
Oh yeah. Well, later,
Okay, later.
Once I discovered, and then I discovered that I actually had some in my collection. I was like, oh, I didn't, because he didn't have the same kind of style when he was doing Conan, and as he did as Machine Man and Weapon X, are just when he really developed his own style.
Yeah. this was pretty neat covers because he was assembling Machine Man. Issue 4, he would be complete, but
Right.
like this one and the previous other two, he was being assembled. So pretty neat, showing what Machine Man being kind of put together on the covers.
Yeah,
Last
very
minute
good.
promoting, that's fine. Over on Kickstarter, there, go check that out. Bond of the Blade. Okay.
Hey,
MCU did her dirty. Hmm. Okay. Oh yeah, yeah.
the second.
Miss Marvel. Yeah,
Wasn't she? Was she? I think she was Captain Marvel. She wasn't Miss Marvel.
Captain Marvel. Yeah, yeah. I miss saying that. Yeah, I mean, there's been very kind of like Spider Woman. There's been several different versions, right?
At least 2 that I know of.
Well, I mean, Shazam, right? The original Captain Marvel,
Well, yeah,
because they kind of stole the name.
right.
Yeah, you got to take that into account. He's the original.
Yeah.
All the others are just pretenders. I mean
But for me,
Monica.
the original
Let's go
Captain
on.
Marvel is the original Marabella from Marvel.
Yeah, where he had the green Kree outfit.
Mm, for a minute, and then he went to the red and the blue.
Yeah, I think maybe I know the artist that drew that. That was Gil Kane. He might have designed that costume. It was a much better costume.
It was
Ooh,
cool.
yeah, one of my favorite villains, Swarm. Yeah, I like Swarm. Whereas his whole body is somehow made up of bees. I wonder if
Oh
he's a
yeah.
mutant. Is he a mutant?
I don't know if they ever explained how his powers work or
He
not.
was in the Champions. He would pop up from time to time, but he was always an interesting character. How do you fight a swarm of bees? I guess there are bees,
Yep.
hornets, or something.
I,
They should have called him the beekeeper or the bee letter goer. I don't know. I like Swarm. Swarm you could use as a name. I need to
yeah.
create a Swarm character,
See,
but
you
don't want
can't
it to be too
copyright that.
derivative. You don't want to be too derivative. You'll get sued, right?
Yeah, I mean, even if you don't get if you're not breaking the copyright, you can still be sued if your character's too close.
There you go. John Byrne and Terry Austin cover. Hell yeah. Wraparound cover. Marvel Universe Deluxe Edition. It wasn't enough that they made you buy the handbook one time. They had to reissue it and reissue it
Yep.
and reissue it.
The
But
updated guide to the Marvel Universe.
at least number one had Byrne and Austin cover on it. I think Ed Hannigan did a lot of these. And I see the Beast foot. The Beast got a foot in there.
There you
Obviously, he's on issue 2 with the under the bees.
Yep.
The Beast being my favorite character and an X-Man, but to me, he will always be an Avenger.
And an
Because
Avenger and a what was he? God, he was in not an Defender for a little while.
Oh yeah, a long
He-
while up to the last. Yeah, the New Defenders. Yeah.
yeah, he ran around with a few different teams.
Captain Universe was another captain in the Marvel Universe. Captain Steve
Yep.
Ditko cover here in Marvel Spotlight. He appeared in some of those Marvel Spotlights. His first appearance, though, is Micronauts number 8 or 11, somewhere. I think issue 8.
In the one that's got
the blue and white costume.
no, I know, but weren't they fighting? What's the guy's name that can control your emotions and shit?
Oh, yeah. That was actually my first Micronauts. I think that came later, though.
Was it later? Okay.
Yeah, I think it was like issue 17 was my first Micronauts, and they were the Sonic Man. Is that right?
Psionic Man.
Yeah.
He had like a
Psionically,
little box he would carry with him, and it was like the pain, sadness, fear.
yeah. Well, I mean, kind of like Scarecrow, right?
A little bit, yeah.
Of DC Comics.
Yeah, only he relied more on fear and hallucinogens. Yeah.
Well, how did he do it? I mean, he had a box with buttons.
Yeah, but I think it somehow or another he also had like mental powers that it was linked into. You know, he had like that's why they called him the psionic man.
And it kind of amplified
Yeah, I think it was like yeah, like an amplifier.
and worked on the brain. Yeah,
Mm.
the Hulk. I always loved these rampaging Hulks, and then it became just
Yeah, it's
the
cool.
Hulk. You know, because they had the painted covers. A lot of those were
Hmm.
very nicely done.
Yes.
Ooh, Man Thing #1.
Oh, it's great issue.
Well, we all like bog monsters.
Oh yeah.
So you think I should actually not keep Bach for the 6 a.m. sticker for the next campaign? I should actually use Bog on this campaign
No, I
for
no,
a stretch go.
maybe depending on
Well, I got a
well,
selection. I mean, I've got Devil
well,
Flyer.
once Jimmy drops his cover and stuff, and we revamp a little bit, you can decide which one you want to use.
Well, I had him do 6 stickers. 5 of them are available to put up for another final stretch goal. I mean, we have Cortex, we have the armored up Devil Flyer, we have another Devil
Yeah,
Flyer, we have
we got
the
Bob,
silver boa.
and we got
All of
Bob.
them will be appearing in this issue, at least in cameo shots.
Well, you never know. Cam gets a shot in the ass. Maybe we need 2 stretch goals. You never know.
Maybe. I mean, that was one thing that I um, sort of Justin really, he was like, would set the goal so high. And I was like, I don't know, and he's like, you want to sell, right? I mean, he would really make it a stretch goal. Swarm of Bees makes me think of Candyman. Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, yeah, I get that.
Yeah. DC sued to get the original. They got rid of Monica's parents just so Carol can be her everything. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hate that
yeah,
SJW stuff.
that's pretty
Ruins
fucked up.
everything.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta run, gotta go,
All right, Rex. Have a good night at work. Be careful
Yeah,
out
I
there.
get to work. Yeah, I'm very excited.
All right, no sudden steps. Well, getting Abby a seatbelt first.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm very cautious looking at the roads now the last few times. Yeah.
I'm just kidding and shit, brother.
Yeah, well, I mean, they do have several deer crossings and stuff. There's even one road that says squirrel crossing. Believe it or not.
But dude, I'm telling you,
Anyway,
if you go to like your local PetSmart or whatever, and they can hook you up with a little harness system, and it just hooks right up to your seatbelt, and your dog can ride with you anytime you want.
there you go. Yeah, I definitely will get something like that for her. We'll pray for you both. Have safe and good night, Rex.
Hey,
Thank you.
okay.
Stay
Always
safe,
praying for
Rex
you
and
too,
Abby.
Derek.
Keep collecting, and we will see you tomorrow. Sorry for the short broadcast, but I have to get
Hello.
a few things prepped up and going, and then go clock in.
Hello.
We do love you. Take care, Shadowhawk. Have a good night.
All right.
Get some
I
rest.
will talk to you later.